Alright guys, let's talk about it. The Diablo IV drama. So what is this whole drama actually about? It actually has to do with the leaderboard, specifically the gauntlet. Basically, we had the announcement of it was coming out, it's going to come out soon, and then we had the announcement of it coming in Season 3, and then it's not even coming out at the launch, which is so backwards because the whole point of having any big content should be at the start of the season. Perhaps their idea was, well, we're having a lot of players stop playing the game before the season ends, we need some sort of big boost. This was going to be maybe the boost. But I think at the start of a launch of a leaderboard, it should be at the start of a season. It's completely backwards. I have no idea why it's set up this way because some content creators, we want to take our time and we want to have that build ready for that specific day. Now, after we had the announcement of it not being at the start, that it was going to come later, and that date was supposed to be February 13th, which was a tweet by Rod Ferguson, and then that actually did get changed as well. So originally there's just like another content creator that was talking about Woody, and anyways, he was saying that like, yeah, it's coming out on the 13th, and then wait, hold on, it's not coming out. So, you know, people are going to be upset with this, and rightfully so, because, you know, you tell someone it's coming out at a certain time, and then it needs to be delayed. But what I find even more interesting with this whole drama situation is that their original idea was that, oh, we don't want to release the gauntlet, we want to give players some time. Well, why is it now being delayed? Maybe there are bugs, maybe the thing doesn't work correctly, and this is a reoccurring thing in Diablo 4 again and again. Even today, as I'm making this video, we just had that most recent hotfix change where they have to immediately hotfix the game 2 different times. A hotfix isn't like your normal balance patch. These have to be implemented immediately because it's so important that we can't wait for a patch date, right? This is a very important thing that does kind of need to be addressed, I would say, a little bit more. So they're just launching these patches like so fast. And the thing is if the thing isn't ready, you know, and even when it does come out, like you're seeing this thing where like, okay, they're gonna just double, they're gonna give us 100%. So like if the season thing came out and it was not enjoyable, and like you can just look at any, you know, video game website and people are gonna be upset about it, and then they're like, the reaction is instantly jerk reaction to just instantly buff it instantly. And I just don't get this, and this is a thing that I felt like was demonstrated pretty good by another content creator. I have 2 little clips I want to play via other content creators talking about the Diablo 4 drama. One of them over here by Darth Microtransactions. He says exactly what I feel with what's going on.
Starting to believe some conspiracy theories in my head, which is you release something bad on purpose, or you just put it out there, and then when people tell you it's bad, then you buff it to what you originally wanted it to be, and then you get they're listening line. Because I don't understand why you wouldn't just make the rewards good with the season to begin with.
So I actually kind of have some explanation with this. Now, this was actually something that happened to Ren Barbarian back in a certain season in Diablo 3. What happened was they actually buffed this one like ability so far with a legendary item. And what happened was people were like, man, this is so awesome, I'm super excited to play it. And then they absolutely destroyed it. And the forums were just a bunch of people just super mad at them. So the idea is that you don't ever take anything and then you nerf it. The idea is maybe you release it, it's not good enough, and then you buff it, because it's always going to be seen as, yeah, awesome, they're buffing it, versus, oh man, they nerfed it. And I understand that viewpoint, but these things are so under-tested, and I'm going to show you guys a couple like tweets and kind of talk a little bit more about the certain itemization and the certain things that I think Diablo 4 really needs to fix any of this drama, because this is just happening again and again with Diablo 4, and it seems like maybe there aren't the right people in charge, because I do know people, and I've played with them on the Blizzard team privately, like I've played with them online and we talk about the game, and like they actually know what they're doing, which is awesome, but they're not able to maybe control that sort of aspect, as in, I would like other people to maybe manage itemization, I would like other people to be the dungeon designers of this game, I would like other people to create the end game forms of content versus the current team. And while there is 2 different team divisions, I want to say the one that has released season 1 and 3, very underwhelming compared to the team that is working on season 2, and with the season 4 on the horizon, which, well, it's going to be a while since we just got season 3, I'm looking more forward to that because I think that team is better. So keep in mind there's going to be 2 different teams here. Another thing that I wanted to go ahead and just play a clip of, because I feel the same way as Rax here, man. I gotta play this clip.
I'm frustrated, I'm sad, I'm crying.
He just feels very frustrated, and he basically says we should just delay the gauntlet until the next season. And well, I want to say I still would rather just get the thing. And the reason why I personally want to get the season regardless, like the gauntlet leaderboard, is because I almost guarantee you there's going to be some bugs, there's going to be certain things, they're going to have to rebuff it up, or they're going to have to do some reworks, right? Like it's inevitable. So I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for it. And like, I actually do like competing on the leaderboards. I've hit rank 1 multiple times in Diablo 3, so this isn't something where like, oh, I've never tried it before, because to get rank 1, you cannot not know what you're doing. The same people will hit the top place on the leaderboards more likely from the Diablo 3 community, as long as they're playing D4. So their mindset of like, we want it to kind of be fair for everyone to get a chance to level up their characters. Come on, do you really think that there's a difference between like someone that has hit rank 1 multiple times, or like, I'll even take Rob for example. That guy is grinding Diablo 25 hours a day. Do you think someone else on the Barbarian leaderboard is going to be topping him? It's going to be really rough. Like, realistically, your average, stay-at-home dad that is going to be playing this game is not going to be able to compete on the leaderboards. Like, I'm just keeping things realistic. But the other thing that I think is a huge thing with Diablo 4 and its drama in general is just like, look at how many like things just have to get patched like immediately. Things that are like not even working. Like, where is the testing in this game? Why don't we have a PTR? We have it for Diablo 3. Why don't we have it for Diablo 4? Very basic things. Loot filters and all these other things that other action RPGs have. Diablo just kind of lacks, and it's just really just weighing down the game. I mean, we had things where like you could not even complete the main campaign of the season. Like, how do these things go through? I don't know. But this is happening time and time again. And like, this person over here is like, dude, what's wrong with your QA department? Are these builds not being tested? And like, I feel the same way with so many different items in this game. This other person over here, how can you release something to look at and say, yeah, it needs 100% increase? It is so crazy and baffling that like, you release something and like literally within 1 day. And I'm glad that they're able to react so fast. That's like a positive. But at the same time, the fact that, it just has to be buffed up by 100%, like the double XP that recently came out. And they basically took the number of the 10% and doubled it to, 20. So that's a 100% increase of that number as well, not just the 100% XP increase. Is this supposed to entice players to kind of come back? I don't think you can just entice players and say, guys, there's more legendaries. Guys, there's more XP. That's not enough. You can't just add legendaries as like our carrot on the stick to keep on chasing. We need more than even just uber uniques to be something as a chase item to continuously play. And on top of that, like, Obels still need a massive buff. After everything getting to the point where it's 925, Obels, this guy nails it right on the head. Like, what's the point of like Obels? Some of these things are just so useless in the game because the person that I would say is in charge of some of these like rewards, like getting what, 300,000 gold as the final reward for the lunar event. I've mentioned this even directly to someone at Blizzard. I'm like, okay, these rewards are a joke. You cannot have 300,000 gold as your final reward. I can't even use all the gold, every single gold that you get as a reward for the lunar event. I can't even get one reroll. Like, who designed this? Someone that doesn't play the game at end level, right? And this guy over here, he's saying you guys are working super hard with the patches and fixes, with quality of life, mad props. He's saying good job on them. And I want to say, I want to give them credit that they're at least trying, but I still think they don't know what to do. My huge thing that I want to maybe try to push, and I'm going to talk about this in the next like meeting that we have as a Diablo partner. I just want to say, hey, yo, can the Diablo partners just make the season? Can we just fix the game for you? We want this game to be good. We have no intentions other than to keep people playing the game. There are so many items that are so broken. Scoundrels of Leather doesn't work. Soul Brands doesn't see any play. Tacits of the Dawning Side, these are brand new items that came out last season and no one plays because either they don't work. Like some items like Windforce over here that like have been buffed 4 times and still no one plays them. It is just insane. Like, the poison enemies are 5,000% deadlier than anything else in the game. You can see this post in just like 1 day has like 600 upvotes. Like, there are things that are super evident that are absolutely just needing to be fixed with this game, and that's why I think people are kind of talking about Diablo 4 and the drama that's going on, is that the people in charge of it should maybe be shifted around. I know Microsoft just had an acquisition, so maybe this could actually, with all the people that got laid off, maybe some people can be moved around. We could see bigger changes coming to the game. But I think, honestly, you have the Diablo 4 partners. They are some of the greatest mindsets when it comes down to action RPGs to make Diablo great again. Anyways, rant over. That's my thoughts on the drama. Just we need to have different people in charge. Anyways, that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn the bell if you want to see more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Feel free to let me know your thoughts. Peace out.